Om Vindana Vindavavanto Duryodhanavashanugo Swayamvare Svabhagnim Krishne Saktam Nyashedatam Raja Hridivyasthanayam Mitravindam Pitrishvasu Prasaya Hritavan Krishno Rajandragyam Prapashyatam. My blissful gorgeous self, what we know now as Ujjain is famous in the history as Avanti. It is a historic city with beautiful resorts worth visiting. One of the 12 Jyotirlingas of Lord Shiva is there. Grand Kumbh Mela takes place after every 12 years. 5,000 years ago, it was a small state whose king died in the battlefield helping King Pandu of Hastinapur Empire. Since then, royal mother Rajati Devi was ruling the state. She had two small sons and one little daughter. This ruling queen was the sister of Kunti Devi and Vasudevji, the father of Lord Krishna. She hosted great enlightened master of that time, Sage Sandipani, who ran a Gurukul university in a forest outside the capital. When Sri Krishna and Balram came to study in his ashram, Mother Rajati Devi hosted them in her palace for one night. In their welcome, the city was decorated magnificently. Those days, this princess was about 8 years old, while Sri Krishna was 11.5 years old. She loved him in first glance. That night she always moved with her mom as her shadow, with an uncontrollable thirst to see Krishna, to listen his words, yet all of her thirst were merged in an elegant, graceful coyness and bashfulness. She was silently participating in reception, helping her mom. Next morning they left for the ashram, leaving their chariot parked in the royal palace yard. Little princess could go and just look at that empty chariot and think of her beautiful young guest of her age. Until the study is complete, no one, even friends or relatives, cannot visit the student. Sage Sandipani was very strong on the rules of his ashram. Nobody can even send him anything. It was almost a periodic sannyas. Mother Rajati Devi loved these sons of her cousin and always talked about their heroic acts they performed in Vrindavan and Mathura. Baby Mitravinda heard them with rapt attention. Since then, listening about him, thinking about him became inseparable part of her life. When will they come again, Mom? She would ask her mom. As soon as they will complete their education, little baby, and some Avartan Sanskar ceremony will take place. Mother responded, the little child, Mitravinda. And when will that happen, Mom? She would ask again. It takes 12 years normally, but if student is brilliant, he may complete the whole course in 4 years or even 2 years. Since they are highly talented, I hope they will do it in 2 years, Mother responded. And time passed. In the beginning of third month, exactly on 65th day, a message came that both brothers have completed their education. Little princess was thrilled. Mother ordered the whole palace to be decorated. I will feast my boys first with 8-course meal. The little princess awaited, anticipating his arrival with throbbing heart. What is this? They came. Hardly for 10 minutes they talked with mom. Then they boarded the chariot and sped to the southwest. They told the mom that Gurudev has asked strong, for his long dead son as Guru Dakshina, a fee for education. They are going to the western seashore where the baby died during an ocean bath festival. Princess is still thinking. Princess is still thinking. How was that possible? How can anyone bring back someone from death? But it did happen. They went and came back with the baby as if he was just sitting there waiting to be picked up. This time she went with her mom and the guests to the ashram. How happy the Guru and his wife were. With overflowing joy they kept pronouncing blessing after blessing to her guests. For a moment the sage looked at her, called her closer, and looked at Krishna and her in one glance and said, "You two make a beautiful pair. Have my blessing, little princess." She was thrilled with joy. Tears came to her eyes. Will that ever happen? She has been wondering all along these so many years. She also saw how loving was the parting farewell between Sri Krishna and all God brothers, especially Sudamaji. They left for Mathura soon after the lunch in the palace. That farewell, that last look of Sri Krishna, those waving hands from the speeding chariot, that flying flag, and he left. Since then, she has well nurtured the plant of her secret love, and it has now grown into a tree, strong, bigger, taller than even life itself, like that famous artwork of Van Gogh, penetrating the space and heaven above. Love is the greatest beautifier in the world, my dear friends. When there is secret love, the beauty shines forth exquisitely. That is how Princess Mitravinda turned out as astoundingly beautiful maiden. That's why, although the state was small and insignificant, still great kings longed to marry her, because there were many requests to, for a wedding. To avoid hurting anybody's feeling, Swayambara method ceremony was accepted. Now, her brothers, Prince Vind and Prince Anuvind, had grown up into powerful warriors, ruling the state, but they are much influenced by Prince Duryodhana of Hastinapur. Hastinapur Empire was growing bigger and biggest, which to them was a superpower of the time as well as for the future. They wanted to win a good place in the assembly of the Gurus. They also planned to win a place inside the palace by marrying their lovely sister to the prince regent, that is Duryodhana. With great hope they invited Duryodhana and he okayed, tickling perceptions of oncoming success in their ambition. They came to their capital. Huge canopy was stretched for a mile. It was decorated with fanciest royal items. All important kings and princes were invited. They came in thousands. Lo, Prince Regent Duryodhana came. He was hosted in the best place. Millions of dollars were spent in his honor and various comforts. They came home and told their mom the great news that King Duryodhana himself is coming. They started dreaming of their sister being Empress of Kaurava Empire, and through her beauty and power, they are attaining up to their high ambitions. Royal Mother did not object. She said, "It is important to invite all youthful kings, honor them equally, and offer plenty of freedom to our baby to choose anyone on her own free will." Mother was furious when her sons objected to invite Dwarakians, and she sent a special invitation to Dwarka, to Krishna especially, and to Vasudevji and others, and everyone, just to come and participate in our pleasure moments. Soon, youthful kings and princes crowded the capital. A new town was inhabited. King Duryodhana came. Prince Vinda and Anuvinda received the party with full enthusiasm. He was everything to them. Krishna came with Satyaki and few warriors. Mother hosted them in the palace. Mother was now extremely enthusiastic. Next morning Krishna went to Sandipani ashram. He offered his obeisances. The Guru was highly pleased and blessed him. His son is now a teenager. He is thrilled to see Krishna who brought him to life. Don't go away alone. The princess is yours, okay? Remember it. The Guru whispered into the ears of Sri Krishna. Next day, all kings settled down on their seats in the royal assembly. 5,000 of them, soft music echoing, perfumes spreading, each one illuminating in their best suit, in their own glory, all waiting for the princess to appear. There goes sound of clarinet, and lo, as if a celestial flower shower, that angelic maiden like a dazzle of light and delight illuminated the hall. Surrounded by many girlfriends, a historian girlfriend introducing each king moved with Princess Mitravinda, holding a Jayamal, a $9 million necklace, in her hands. She stood up on the podium and looked all around to all the kings in one glance. Right then she spotted out Krishna, where he is sitting, thrilled in and through, and he walked hurriedly to that place. Princess walked hurriedly towards that place where Krishna was sitting. Pin-drop silence spread throughout the hall. "Sister, where are you going?" "Not there, but here. King Duryodhana is sitting here, on that gorgeous throne. Look!" Prince Vinda suddenly came and blocked her way as soon as they saw Mitravinda has surpassed King Duryodhana. He came to remind her. Princess stood firmly. She will not return. She even did not look at that old, too materialistic looking, business-minded looking, stupid face of Duryodhana. But what to do? Brothers have blocked her way. She wants to go, but this damned brother is blocking my way. What to do? Now, this is an insult of all of us. Young blood boiled among the princes and kings. and many princes stood up and pulled out their swords in protest. You, Mr. Wind, you, Mr. Anuvind, why you invited all of us when you intended to give your sister to Duryodhana? You should have done arranged marriage. No one prohibited you to do that. Now it's too late. This is Swayamvar Sabha. It has its own rules. The princess should be allowed to choose her husband by her own free will. Anyone breaks the rule, I am going to chop his head off. Let her go. Prince Wind and Prince Anuvind began to explain them. Big commotion arose. One prince put his arm on Vinda's shoulder and pulled him aside. Hot discussion arose. Holding the garland, princess was glancing towards Krishna coyly. And now Krishna found opportunity. Krishna stood up and walked up to the princess while all else absorbed in dispute. Hello, princess. I am Krishna from Dwarka. Will you marry me? Oh yes, definitely I will. I'll marry you, Krishna. Could you please take me away from here? She whispered. Oh sure, Krishna said. And lo, he picked up the maiden in his mighty arms. Satyaki drove down the chariot right in the hall, and in a finger snap Krishna placed her in the chariot safely and challenged the whole assembly. Princess is now mine. If anyone has objection, come for a battle. Battle will decide who is the suitor. Krishna's voice echoed as thunder. Another big trouble. Most of the princes shouted, Bravo, bravo, bravo. Krishna took a reasonable step to his insult as well as our insult. Let him go. We don't want to fight. He is our friend. Prince Vinda and Anuvinda were furious. They wanted to fight, but they are not big archers to get even with Krishna, who conquered even mighty Jarasandha. But his bitterness was extreme. So Krishna flew towards Dwarka. Mother Radha Devi was very happy. She sent lots of gifts for the wedding of her only little daughter. Whole city of Dwarka is decorated and waiting with its high flying flags, as if it is trying to see how far have the Lord reached on the path. Soon they spotted out the shining couple on the flying chariot, and the citizens shouted aloud, All glories to our Lord Sri Krishna and Mitravinda. My dear friends, this is a wonderful story. This is an object of meditation. You have listened it, now relish it. Close your eyes and meditate on these past times. Meditate, 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 and go beyond body, mind, feeling, and ego. Just expand into these past times. Oh.